Hi guys, got another book of paper aeroplanes. This one cost me £1.25 in a charity shop some time ago. Constable, £12.99 originally. Okay, right, what's special about this book? Well, that's nothing to do with it. It's pre-printed with the design and the fold marks on it, but the instructions are on that side and the design's on that side. You think, well, that's fair enough. But then, if you cut that out to use it, you then lose the instructions for the next one. So it does suggest that you photocopy them all, or you start at the back and work forwards, because if you start at the very back, then that one's alright, you can do that and you've got the instructions there. So when you finish that, you then cut that one out and the instructions there, and so on. So you work right from the back all the way through to the front. Now somewhere in here I did notice somebody's actually had a couple of the pages out. I think I spotted two were missing. Well, it might be more than two. Yeah, that one's missing. Did I see another one there? Yeah, that one's missing. I think I can see another one missing there. Yeah, so there's got to be at least 4 missing. How many were there to begin with? There's 190 pages, but the first 10 pages are instructions and waffle. So if we take 10 off 190, 180, divide that by 2, 90. So there's originally 90 different designs in here. Some of them we really don't need to cut out to follow. I mean, that one that's missing, I think we can work that out just by following the instructions there. But we don't have the instructions for that one, but I think we can work that out fairly easily. Looks like that has a cut in it. Other than that, it looks fairly straightforward. So we could probably do most of them even when there's bits missing. 90. I mean, that's going to take me well, I was going to say a year to get through. A good percentage of a year. Some of them are just so straightforward that you don't even need to cut them out. The only thing you'll miss is you'll miss the colour. But I mean, this one, which I'll do now because it's very simple, is just a sheet of paper, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then fold it the other way, and it's just a flat sheet glider. So I'll do that. As I say, we won't have the colour on it. What have we got written on here? Anything important? No. It's a bit curly at the end. Let's start at that end instead. So distance wise, let's just try and get a rough idea, because that's going to be a bigger one than that was. If that was 23, 130, so 10 to 13. So it's sort of one fold short of halfway. Just see if I can work this a different way. Give me a second, I'm going to do some calculations so I can work out the actual fold lines. Right, I don't know if this will help you or not. On this ruler I'm using centimetres, and if I position it like that, that's 26 centimetres on that diagonal, top to bottom, and actually the last fold is 14.6. On this one I'm using inches, 13 inches. So if I call each inch 2 centimetres, that gives me 26 centimetres. So I want 14.6, so that'll be 7 and 7 6/10, which is actually, no, not 7 6/10, because I'm doubling, aren't I? 7 3/10. Yeah, so that's there. We really want to do this at right angles, don't we? That'll give me a right angle. That edge there. Okay, that's where that line goes across. And the next one is at 17. So 17, which is 8 is 16, so 8.5 is 17. Next line is 19 and 19.4, so 19 is 18, 19.4 is 2/10. Okay. Next one is 21.7. So 21.7, well, that'll be 3.5/10. Okay, and then the final one, 1/10 short of 24, so 12/10 short is going to be there. So we use this for the right angle. If that edge is straight, then that must be a right angle across there. This would be more complicated to do this with some of the other designs, but this is just straight lines, so I just thought it'd be an interesting little exercise. So that's our fold marks. Go on, how many of you are trying to read what's written on the bit of paper? It's either some of my daughter's paperwork or my wife's paperwork. My wife was a teacher at one time. And my daughter also works with children, although not as a teacher. Because of the folds, we've actually gone slightly over the line there, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, and then we've got to fold it this way. And that actually is it. That's all the folds. Probably should have started with a nice flat piece of paper, but I like not to waste things. That's it. That's the finished aeroplane. So all you're going to be able to do with that is drop it really. You're not going to be able to throw that because you can't grip anything. So we'll give that a little try. Before we actually fly it, what I've done is I've curved these back corners up. I've done it a little bit too far there, but we want them going up rather than down, otherwise it's going to dive. Okay, can you see that? Curved up on the back edges. Right, we'll try it. We'll try just dropping it. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to add a bit of weight to the front. What I've actually done is I've folded that last fold in half so it's thicker, and that will have had the effect of adding or moving the weight. Yeah, it hasn't physically added any weight, but it's changed the position of it, so it should be a bit more nose heavy. That looks a bit better. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, sort of flies. Well, I suggest you check that clock up there if it was in the camera view. I think I've spent an hour or so trying to get the trim right on this. I've even added these little tip dihedrals to try and change its flight characteristics. It was flying off to the left every single time, so I've done all sorts of extra little bends and things to try and trim that. And well, that's as good as I can get. So it's basically drop it or a gentle push. There's nothing to grip underneath to give it a good hard throw. Very simple design. And I got it working eventually. Not my favourite, I would say. Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there. And you might like to subscribe over there.